Morning, folks. These soaps brought to us from Stirling. This one here is called Iced Coffee, and it's got a little bit of menthol to it, as well as the matching aftershave here. This one here is the 2 ounce variety on the aftershave, and the soap is 3 ounces. Smells awful lot like coffee. I couldn't resist when I saw it. I had to get one. I've got it whipped up here in the Crown King scuttle. It's wet, just a little bit. There's some down here in the bottom of the scuttle here. There it goes. It's just, yep, just a little drippy. It'll probably thicken up by the time I get started here. Blade of the day. This one here is, the name of this one here is called Winter, and it is supposed to be a platinum blade. It's made by Gillette in India, and here's what the wrapper looks like, and it is double wrapped also. Shaver of the day. It's a Gillette Milord. It looks similar to this one here. This is a super speed with a black tip here. This particular one here, that's what it looks like there on the inside. It's how can you say, just a super speed with a black knob on the end of it. Like this Milord is a gold one. Looks the same except for no black tip there, but it all, how can you say, looks the same. It's got the notch on the center bar, and yeah, there we go. If I can get that to stay up, there we are. That's what the blade looks like there on the inside. First time use for me on using this blade. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but we'll get ready to find out. I already put a hot towel to the face this morning. I'm going to be using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Christmas Cube. And it's been a little while since I used my Lord. Gillette, when they made these, they made one for the men and one for the ladies, and my lady was, of course, the one for the ladies. The difference, besides the cases that they came in, is the handle length. The ladies' handle was a bit shorter, and as it goes forward, from what I've been able to find out, looking at Razor Emporium and watching a video or two, the My Lady might be a little bit more difficult to find than the My Lord, but it's just a gold super speed as far as I'm concerned, which is going to give me probably a pretty good shave. I have expectations that this platinum blade will work just fine for me. Is it like the other Gillette Platinum? I'm kind of wondering. Sometimes I think it has a lot to do with just the where it's made at. All right. Iced coffee. Boy, when I saw this, I decided I had to have another soap and aftershave that was coffee scented. Couldn't resist. I have the one from Dawn Wet the Face, Perfect Cup, and it has a great scent to it. If you like coffee scents, espresso, this one here is might be one for you. It's mentholated. That's where the ice part comes from. And this will be my first time using it also. To my nose, it's a coffee scent. I'm not, in other words, as it goes for the menthol, my nose is not picking it up. So in other words, it's not like it's over the top type menthol, as opposed to just a, maybe just something that's got a touch of menthol that somebody might pick up. My nose is not picking up the menthol. So in other words, it's not like a glacial, in other words. It's nothing quite like that. This brush here is a Sentry Brush. It's a vintage one. Reknotted, fixed up by the way, a strike gold shave Frank. And if you're wondering that's what the bottom of the looks like. There's nothing there. It's just a color, which, I mean, it looks good like that. When I first sent it to Frank, it was not in the best of shape, of course, and he was able to revive it and turned it into a good-looking shaving brush. Man, this smells good. If I can remember, I was going to do it this morning. I have a coffee cup that is by the way of Facebook group Shavette World, and I got a matter of fact, I got two of them. But I have a coffee cup that I use on a regular basis that I'll show it to you. I'll try to remember to do that on the next shave. Thought it was pretty unique coffee cup the way it was made. Here we go. Gillette Milord. This particular one here does not have a date code to it, so it does fall in that group of being towards the end of the 1940s. Gillette started putting date codes back on in 1951, so it's possible it could be a 1950 model. But I think the, if I remember right, the center bar with notches started 48 and 49, I think it is. So it was right down towards the end of the 1940s. So far, this Blades working quite well. I don't remember the exact price. I'll have a link down below. Remember what the price was per pack, or 100 pack. Remember seeing them, decide I'd give them a try because I've never tried these before. I've tried the Gillette Platinum, and I've got the a few other, you know, the 7 o'clock series. Pretty smooth shave so far, which it would be if you had never used a super speed before. This one here has got plating loss on it. You can kind of see there. It's not, you know, it functions just fine. It's just not new, of course, and it hasn't been replated or anything like that, but it shaves just fine. So you can find a super speed or a Milord that looks like it's going to function, in other words, be mechanically sound, that's not too terribly expensive, and you never shaved with a super speed. I encourage you to pick one up. You might be surprised. For as old as the shaver is, still mechanically functions just fine. It shaves just as nice. Coffee scent this morning. It's down around freezing again this morning. Somewhere around, I think, 12 o'clock today. I haven't looked to see if anything's been updated, but we're expected to get just a little bit more snow. And for us in Oklahoma, we've already got more than what we typically would. In the month of December, much less than a year. And we don't get snow here very often. Temperature during the day does get above freezing, so some of it does melt off. And by the time it gets to be this weekend, I think we've got temperatures, I think, up towards 50 or something like that, so it's not going to stick around very long. Like I said, our temperatures, since they get warm, it warms up during the day, snow has a tendency not to stick around very long. Man, this coffee smells good in the morning. As it goes for the menthol, it's just ever so slight. So if you're kind of concerned about that, once again, it's not glacial. It's just got some menthol in it, and I'm just now starting to, how can you say, feel that effect. As goes for efficient so far, third pass could be a pickup pass. I don't have a whole lot left on my face. So in other words, this particular shaver, in my opinion, it's a smooth shaver. And it is ranked pretty good for efficiency, in my opinion. Definitely could be a daily shaver. Match up the blade that you appreciate, that you like, with a shaver like this. I think you can get by shaving with it every day, even if you are, skin's a little bit sensitive, is what I'm trying to say. Especially for those that really have sensitive skin, I would just adjust the shave routine. Just because most people use a 3-pass routine doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. It depends on your growth. I mentioned it before, you know, not everybody has a full growth on their face, and it might be a little spotty here and there, and it might be a light growth. A single pass a day might be just, you know, work just fine for you. Especially starting out, till you get the hang of everything, whipping up your lather, pre-shave routine, what works best for you. Learn to get your angle down. What blade works best for you? Not all blades are going to work for you, trust me. Not all those blades out there are going to work for you. There'll be, you know, some that are recommended highly from folks, their experience. Some of the crowd favorites, you know, will be the, for me, a Persona is my go-to blade. Aster Greens, those are pretty nice blades. Lord Cool is another one. That one there I like a lot too. In certain shavers I like feathers. There's a number of those blades out there. Persona has several different ones that's even got, you know, Persona on there. In other words, you see some blue labels, you'll see some red labels, and then they got the X series now. And it kind of goes on and on and on. There's a number of blades out there that are made by Persona. Also goes with varying prices also. A derby blade is another one that some people, you know, really do appreciate. And then on the other hand, some people don't like it so much. So you can kind of see where all that goes. There's a number of different kind of Gillette blades that are out there. Like I say, the 7 o'clock series, which I think total of 4. There's a black, a yellow, I think there's 2 yellows and a green, and they all have how can you say, different names to them and what they're for. For me, there is some difference, especially the one that, I think there's one that just says a stainless steel. I haven't used them on a regular basis, but I can tell you that the overall, they're pretty nice blades. They're not always the cheapest to find. So you might, you know, find something else that's a little bit more economical, like a derby blade. Like I say, if you can find that a derby blade works for you, you can get them pretty much, you know, pretty inexpensive. Like I said, 200 pack for 15 bucks is, you know, you catch them on sale right around Black Friday or something like that. Excellent buy. I mean, you can't hardly beat that. Mentholated witch hazel. Now this one here, you're definitely going to feel the menthol, but the soap is, like I say, just lightly mentholated. It's not real heavy. It's not anything that my nose picked up right off the puck. So that's, if you're kind of concerned about, you know, it having too much menthol, not liking the glacial, in other words, My opinion, this one here is not like that. Matter of fact, it's not even advertised as that. See if you can see that. It just says menthol. It just got just a touch in there, just enough for you to tell that it's there. Like I said, my nose didn't pick it up right off the bat like I would on a number of other products that are mentholated. Like this one here, I can feel it going to work. Blade worked out pretty well. I may have to give these a thought. There's 10 in the pack. This one here actually has 11. Get one free one. I think I need to use it in a few more shavers as time goes on. I'll use it in another shaver tomorrow. I like these containers, these 2-ounce ones. They're green. Just right out of the container. Oh, there's a restrictor right there. I mean, you definitely pick up the coffee. My nose struggled to pick up the menthol. So in other words, it's not, at least what I have here, it's not, the menthol is not real heavy. It's probably just, like I say, it's just enough just to let you know that it's there. Just a slight cooling effect. That's what I'm thinking is what they were trying to obtain. Man, it smells good. If you like coffee scents, this one here is pretty nice. It's straight up coffee. It's in other words, it's not a hazelnut or anything like that. I have another coffee scent by the way of SMG soaps. It's a hazelnut cappuccino, and that one there has a really nice scent to it. I've got it laid out, in other words, to use one day here pretty soon. Matter of fact, I might just set it up for tomorrow or the next day, something like that. Here pretty quick, because with the temperature the way it is, a coffee scent in the morning is pretty nice. Face feels really nice. It feels great. When I shave with Super Speeds, I always get good shaves. These are excellent shavers. You can, if you haven't shaved with one, give it a try. You can see why these are so popular and why everybody likes them, because they're easygoing shavers that you can get a nice, efficient shave out of it. It's definitely a daily shaver that I could use every day and be quite happy with it. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.